Okay, cool. Yeah.
I guess there were a couple things I want to run by though. I was wondering, like, just so you had some time to prepare. We were thinking about your like what your like approved Louisville day trip would be, like maybe a nice like breakfast, dinner spot, lunch spot, and like a few places you like to go. But I didn't want to put you on.
Uh, well, other than dealing with this thing I got going on right now,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
uh,
saw your story post about being sick. Are
Yeah.
you feeling okay, man?
oh man, I was doing all them videos Saturday, and then I had some my regular food like right after all that, and I ate it, and then next thing you know, I was coughing and everything like that.
Mm.
So ever since then, whew,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Sorry to hear about
it
that.
yeah, it's so my singing voice is almost back, but I ain't trying to strain anything.
Oh yeah, for
So
Yeah.
sure.
Right.
Yeah.
because that's basically where it's at right now. It still sounds strained, whatever. So
Yeah,
I'm
man.
like, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So I mean, I picked up some elderberry and all that, and
Yeah, dude.
NyQuil, and
My
so
favorite thing is garlic and honey. It sounds really fucking gross. It is tastes gross, but it really helps.
well, I had some honey this morning,
Yeah.
so it helped a little bit, but
You
Yeah.
gotta mix some garlic in it. That's how you get you all
oh
better.
really?
Yeah, I'm not
Like
joking. Yeah.
like garlic seasoning
No,
or
like fresh
Like a
garlic.
clove.
Yeah. Like I used to work at a summer camp for like theater kids. And
oh okay.
that's like if we any kid had a sore throat, like first thing they were given.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like so how you do that? Like drop it in water or something?
You just like get a spoonful of honey and then like or like I would say cut up the garlic first and then put it in like a spoonful of honey. Then just like kind of take it like a little shot, like real
Really?
quick. Yeah, just because it's like gonna burn and taste gross, but it's gonna like help clear you out a bit.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
like you would cut a slice and then put it on there or
Yeah,
something?
I make it a little pieces so
Like
you can
mince
like
it.
yeah,
Oh,
get it
okay.
nice and tiny. Yeah, just do like one.
I'm
You don't need to like overdo it.
yeah, I might do that tomorrow.
Yeah, it helps me.
Yeah.
I do it when I'm sick, but
Yeah.
everyone's different, and no need if you knock it, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Well, I guess we should probably introduce ourselves.
Oh, do you
Yeah.
want to start now, or have
You
already?
you you go ahead.
okay,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Jared, Jared Allen. I am a middle school music teacher, and
Okay.
I play saxophone professionally. I went to Webster University. That's where I met these guys.
Mhm.
Okay. Where's Webster at?
So it's in
St.
All over
St.
the
Louis.
world.
Louis. Well, yeah, they actually have
Yeah.
they have a bunch of different campuses. Like they've got like Indonesia,
Oh,
and
okay.
like
It's
I
kind of like
see.
the
Europe and stuff.
McDonald's of universities almost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's but they're like home campuses in St. Louis and Webster Groves.
Oh, okay. Because I was telling somebody the other day they were from Wisconsin. I'm like, I don't know what's up there other than cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good
True
cheese.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Ian?
My name's Ian. Ian Weinholtz. Originally from California, moved out here to school with him, Webster. Um, Kind of taking a little hiatus from bass, but I have played professional and taught professionally.
Oh, okay.
And but yeah, now I just like I sell weed, so that's
Oh
about it.
well, I
Legally,
mean,
legal. I work at a dispensary.
yeah. I mean, don't do that in Kentucky. They
Yeah,
right? No, that's in West Virginia. In West Virginia, they got write your name in a book.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, I guess we all come from like all sorts of places. But yeah, I also went to Webster. My name's Derek Kozinski, and I'm a classical pianist, classically trained. Originally from Kiev, Ukraine, but I came to study also in St. Louis here at Western University and got my degree there. And all I do pretty much nowadays is just teach piano. But I
Oh,
guess
okay.
in the future possibly would be nice to kind of chime in more into the performance area and really, I guess obviously it involves a lot of practicing, a lot of perfection and stuff like that. So
Right.
but thank you for having us. We really
Oh, no
appreciate it. We are
problem.
so excited and huge fans of yours. Obviously,
Yeah.
we've been following you for I don't know, like probably more than a year, I think.
Yeah.
Feels
Yeah.
more than a
Yeah,
year.
maybe 2 years, 3 years. at
Yeah,
most.
and we were at the show that you did at the Whirling Tiger.
Oh, okay.
the
couple weeks
most
ago,
recent
or-
one, yeah.
Well, no, I think the most recent one was in
Lafayette.
Lafayette, right?
No, the most recent one at
Um,
the Whirling Tiger.
Oh yeah, at the Whirling Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not his most recent show. I'm sorry, that was confusing. But yeah,
Well,
Yeah, thanks for having
yeah,
us.
appreciate you having.
you know, still working around all this. Hopefully
Yeah,
we
man.
don't get canceled.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I don't know. Controversy creates conversation. So it's time
Oh,
to
you
time to make
already
some
know.
headlines.
You already know.
Yeah,
So I do appreciate y'all coming out of that show on a busy night,
oh yeah.
'cause
Yeah,
it
'cause
was a
Derby was
busy
That
happening.
derby
night.
was
Yeah.
happening. It's like, yeah, I don't know why they would schedule the derby the same night you had a show. It's pretty inconsiderate.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it is kind of like that.
Yeah.
Well, there were a lot of people gonna be in town. So I was like thinking, because originally I was gonna do the weekend after, and then they said, "Oh well, we got some holes on that." So, it, you want to do Derby? I said, "All right, let's go ahead and do Derby." And I wasn't really thinking about you know, anything about it.
I think it
So,
was still a good turnout for that.
yeah, yeah,
That was a
Yeah.
fun show.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
we had a blast. The crowd was great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a good time, so, other than fighting the mic as always.
Oh yeah, it happens.
What the hell?
Yeah, well, it wasn't really, from the audience perspective, I didn't really, notice the mic if there were any mic problems too much. So.
Yeah. I
Right.
think I think the only thing that happened was we noticed you forgot the lyrics, not because we know because you said you forgot them at one point. Or
Yeah.
it was just it
yeah.
was not that you forgot. I'm sorry that you didn't know what you said for "Damn This Rain," which is like because you
Well,
improvised,
yeah.
right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't know all the words to it. So
Have you
I
thought about just
usually
like rewriting that section?
I just pretty much I just leave the vocals on there for like a vocal break. So cause you're gonna have to take rest time, instead. All right, everybody, we'll be back at 10. All right, let me go ahead and line two tracks up. That way give me a little bit of time to, take a break from ruining the vocals or something like that. So I mean, you just gotta do that. A lot of people they just leave the vocals on all the songs. And I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. But I mean, everybody got their own way doing everything.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And I actually kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about that because I noticed so all of your tracks, most of them have vocals on them, and you just sing along to like the max track with the vocals and with the backing instruments or whatever, like a beat. And I know a few rappers who actually do that at like concerts where the crowd just goes crazy when the rapper
Oh
just kind
yeah,
of sings along to
yeah,
their own voice on the track, and it creates like a cool like chorus effect, and the crowd sometimes sings along, which I really hope that like one day maybe somebody will memorize all
yeah.
the Damn This Rain and like sing along at one of
Well,
the live
Well, there was
concerts.
one guy at the concert that we were at. He was singing along.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was a group. They're really rowdy. Actually, no, I don't think they. Were they still in the room? I think some of them were still in the room, like people that were chanting.
Well,
Right.
there were some people uh, that I went to the gym before, a different gym, and
Oh,
they
Wow.
go to that gym, and
So they like went to the same gym as you?
yeah.
that
Oh,
makes so much sense.
And then I just saw them left, whatever, and I'm like, oh, okay, they got some drinks. And I was told after the show, they got kicked out. I'm like, what do you mean they got kicked out? I'm like,
Because they were too rowdy, or wait, what happened?
I, I guess one person's in the crowd, whatever, complained to the sound guy, and then they got kicked out. And I'm like,
What?
Um,
Oh my
and
god!
and I was like, for real?
man.
On
And
episode like 7, you'll have to get them on the podcast for their side of the story, because I'd like to know what happened
oh
from their
Lord,
angle.
yeah.
Especially if you
Well,
know them all.
yeah. I mean, well, I apologize to them because I didn't know anything about it until after
Yeah.
show, and then
It just seemed like we were having a good time. I didn't notice anybody was having a bad
oh
time.
yeah, well yeah, and I was
That's
like,
the
well
power of
that
music.
I'm like, well that's kind of fucked up because usually it's up to the headliner, whoever run the show, to kick people out. If they're like drunk or whatever, just like,
Yeah.
well, you ain't shit type vibe, and
Yeah.
you
I don't think they
know,
were hounding you or anything.
no, they would just want to have a good time, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's all about, really. And I'm like, damn, somebody should have told me
Yeah.
and say, right afterward, and I ain't never heard from the people ever again. Like, okay, whatever.
It's crazy.
yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Well,
So
so I guess what we were really hoping is to ask you more things just about yourself and about your musical career. Obviously, we also keep in mind that you used to do stand-up comedy, I guess. Is that
yeah,
is that is
yeah.
that right? You used to do stand-up on
Yeah,
stage?
I used to do the whole line, and I just really wanted to do music more, so I made that transition like in December 2016. I'm like, and everybody told me, well, you don't know what you're getting into, that type of talk. I'm like, oh well, and
Yeah, as it
here
always
I
is.
am now. So
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like the thing I hear a lot from comedians is, oh man, I wish I was a musician. And I always hear vice versa from musicians.
yeah.
So I think it's
right,
kind of sick that you made that transition. I mean, like, it's kind of like the opposite of like Reggie Watts, or the opposite of like Eric Andre, where those guys were musicians that switched into comedy. I like
right,
the other way, I like the counter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now I get accusations. Well, he's a plant. I'm like, I wish I was. I, I said, I need my AC fixed right now. Well, it got a little issue with it,
Oh,
Yeah.
little coolant issue, whatever. So
So like, are you like, is it like really hot where you are? I mean, I'm sure
now,
it's hot right here in Missouri. I know it's probably hot in
oh yeah, it's hot in Louisville. So
is that what inspired this damn heat? I'm sorry, damn this heat.
well, so I went to go work out one day. Then I had to help my own man. He does art shows or whatever. So I
Mhm.
went to go help him um, break down his stuff, whatever. And the whole time the sun was beaming down on my neck, I was getting tired. It was hot. Then I seen one lady, she was sunburnt to hell and all that. I'm like, yeah, there's gonna be a song about this.
Yeah, I feel that. Oh
That's
man.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
And
awesome.
I
Yeah, we love the
and
track. It's like
Yeah,
such
it
a
was
cool
oh
track.
yeah,
beautiful track. You're definitely
I'm also wishing for sunny in 75.
yeah, Sunny 75
oh
right now
yeah.
it's like 100 here.
Yeah, it's been pretty rough.
Uh-huh.
Well, y'all had a big tornado not too long
Yeah, I heard
long
you guys
ago.
had one as well with like a Is everything okay for you?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean it was in the past where my parents live, and I was like, man, I should have stayed home. They got all these trees and stuff out here.
Yeah.
I said
Mhm.
I should have stayed home, but it was a F3, and it just touched down a little bit and tore up Chick-fil-A and then some
Oh,
corporate buildings or whatever. So, and then not like about a month ago, they had one in London, Kentucky, or something like that. It tore it all the way up.
yeah.
Wow.
Bill collector. Yeah.
Gotta pay them
Yeah.
bills.
But yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot of damage in St. Louis.
Yeah.
I managed to get through unscathed.
Yeah.
But there was some places that were hit like it was bad.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
it just took
Really?
there was no help sent for like 5 days. But it's
Damn.
crazy is like the National Guard was sent one day
Oh wow.
with the those no king stuff. But no need to get into that. But yeah.
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 So I guess we were kind of hoping to once again like ask you like a few questions. Hopefully as many as questions as we have. We'll see, how time allows us
All right.
to do that. But I guess like what I was really wondering about is what is your biggest dream, aspiration, and goal musically? Like what is something you hope to really get done in the future? Could be like in the near future, could be let's say 10 years from now. Yeah.
Well, at least do something like James Brown and Provided did, have like a whole big band and stuff. And I don't know, you've seen James Brown's song "It's a Man's World," and
Yeah.
he was up there with Provided, whatever. So I want something like that, and do something like that one day, you know. But as far like winning awards and everything. Yeah, let that stuff come by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So and then just like really having like a residency in like Las Vegas or something, because
Mm.
I grew up watching, the Johnny Carson, Frank Sinatra, Sammy
Mhm.
Davis Jr. and all that.
Mhm.
And I'm big into like mafia stuff and all that. So I got a whole fascination about Vegas and doing stuff in Vegas.
So could we
Legal stuff.
Of
Legal.
course.
yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean we might be able to look forward to a Standards album from Bo Daddy
Um,
Harris? Like some like,
yeah,
Fly
yeah,
Me to the Moon,
Oh
some like
yeah.
big band backing. I would pay
Hmm.
extra money for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would take a lot of commitment to do that because you gotta find the musicians and
yeah.
all that, and then like say if you want to try and record down there in Nashville, well, you're gonna be paying 10,000 just
That's
to do
Mhm.
4 songs or whatever, and
You
then
ever
you got
listen to oh, sorry.
oh, and I was gonna say you're gonna have to pay for a truck to move all the equipment
Yeah.
for the music. I'm like, what? Y'all can't get 2 men in a truck? That's $40. No, 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 no. Well, we got our own ways, and
Yeah.
You should definitely I know you don't listen to much new music. You're more of like an old soul kind of
oh
guy.
yeah,
But
yeah,
this guy Lewis Cole, he like recorded his big band in his house.
oh
And he'll have
really?
just like everyone like I think it's his apartment actually. And he'll have like people in just like different rooms. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's definitely
Yeah,
possible to DIY it,
yeah.
if that's something you're looking for. But I know you're trying to do what you're trying to do right now.
Well, I live on a busy street, so you're
Oh
gonna
yeah.
get on.
Yeah.
You're gonna have the big muffler cars come down,
Yeah.
barely moving. Seem like they're going 300 miles an hour. And
That's right.
like,
Yeah.
shut the hell up.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
Yeah.
so
So Bo
moved
Daddy,
down.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
sorry.
oh, I said, so maybe down the road you might see a standard album, whatever. So,
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So I had a question. Recently, AI has been kind of proliferating,
uh,
and there's the rise of AI music. And I was wondering, are you concerned about that as an artist? Because, we all play music, and, it does seem like something that might be a little concerning for the future, like, trying to like take like, like musical like work away from us, I guess. So like, have you heard any AI music, or like, what do you think about that stuff?
well, I follow a couple people, but I don't check out their stuff like because they produce some music, whatever, and then to bring people to their channel, they make AI songs, whatever. So they got like AI Tupac, Nate Dogg, whatever, and I don't even I'll say if it ain't the regular Tupac, I ain't gonna listen to it. So I mean, but AI it can be used as a tool, whatever, to like write like a paragraph because we're all somewhat kind of lazy nowadays. All right, I'm in school. Let me try to do this essay, 5,000
Yeah.
words and everything. So I mean, you can use that, but when it comes down to music, you know, you really have to watch out because AI it don't have emotion, whatever.
Hmm.
So really, people won't tell off the bat, you know, if it's AI. Well, they ain't breathing hard on the song. Well, da da da.
Mm-hmm.
It's all generated. That's like there's a software called Studio One. I don't
Yeah.
know if you're familiar with it,
Two songs.
and they got a new toy in their uh, newer version,
Yeah.
and really, it lets you go in there, like take a regular wave bounce or whatever, bounce track with vocals and all that on there. And then you go in there and, all right, AI separate this. And it will try its best to separate it. And then, oh, well, we could tell the drums are a little bit off. So, I mean, AI ain't perfect. Human beings ain't perfect. So, you might as well just go with a human being, just do music. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, everybody got like you do AI cover art because get cover art done. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
45, 85, $200, depending on who you go to.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, let me go on Adobe or whatever. All right, two naked men and one naked female, blah blah blah. And
Yeah.
sir, we can't do that. Well, I
Yeah.
tried. So stuff like that. I mean, it's good, but I mean, when it comes down to music, uh, I'm good.
Yeah.
I feel the same way, you know.
It's kind of weird. Like I've also seen stuff where there was this company that was like used like actual like robots to mix your tracks,
Hmm.
and like it was using like AI to do it. And I'm like, damn, like I would much rather just pay someone to do it than pay somebody to use their
Right.
robots to do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Or even just like get somebody who's like less experienced. But like, yeah, I feel like it's super weird because using it for like we use AI to like make our our cover art for the road trip playlist for our weddings.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, and like I think that's totally fine. Like people making
Oh
nice
yeah,
pictures, I think that's fine. But yeah, when it comes to like commercial use, it's like super iffy.
yeah.
Like we have a weed company down here called Plume, and on a lot of their advertisements, they use AI and like I don't sell you anymore, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You lose respect a bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You do. You know, that's like there's some AI photo art. People, you use AI. I need to hand the money at times, so he is what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just grab a picture off Google Images, just type the words on there, and then I mean, hey, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, Bodaddy, here's another question since we kind of were talking about AI. Obviously AI impersonates like what's available in its database and like just gathers information from the internet, or I guess I'm not super knowledgeable about that, but I kind of wanted to chime in a bit more like about your individual style. And I think it's pretty well known that like when you upload a cover on Instagram, you've got the title of the song. Below the
Hmm.
title of the song, you always put it's performed in the style of Bo Daddy Harris. And I perhaps have my own vision of what your style is, your listeners and us here. We all have like our own perception of what your style is. But I was really
Right.
curious to hear what you would say about, your own style and how would you describe it? Maybe just like in a few words, or could you
Well, just putting it the in the style Bo Derek Harris, that just on the video, that's just my way, just my version. But I'm like, well, I'm just gonna put my twist on the song now, and just because I always add, you know, not every song gonna be your greatest one, whatever. So I mean, that's just with everybody, So I just try to add a little bit more flavor, to I'm like, well, this is gonna be sounding cool, I'm like, and then I just upload it, because this day and age, you got so many copycats already. I just seen one guy the other day, another Morgan Wallen wannabe. I'm like, we already got this. We
Yeah.
already got Morgan Wallen. We already got Taylor Swift. We already got he, she, then, and everybody. We already got one little baby, the baby. We already got this one style. We got this, that.
Yeah.
that's right.
Just be somebody different. I guess everybody, sees somebody else do that one thing. Oh well, let me go ahead and do what they're doing. It ain't gonna work,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it's really not you.
Yeah.
Uh, it's like really it's like in school, whatever they say. All right, everybody, we want everybody to do this. Well, you can try, but everybody gonna have their different approach come to the conclusion, whatever.
Mhm.
I mean, so I just add a little spice and flavor to what I do.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah. And
and a
I'm yeah.
lot of times you know, it comes off as reincarnate Barry White, and just you know it just people who you listen to. It kind of, oh, okay, well he's on his Whitney Houston today, which I will get into that, on a couple songs, and it just
Right.
I
Yeah.
just hear all the people I listen to over the years, and then base everything off the emotions I'm feeling,
Mhm.
and I just, all right, well, oh, I sound like that on that one. Okay, well then I post the thing, and I don't get notification about comments anymore. So I don't know if it's the same thing with y'all on your end,
No,
But
not really. At least not for me.
Yeah.
but Instagram turn off the comments, so I'm gonna get no. I don't even get notifications about likes anymore. So I just get a notification. Oh, Derek sent you a message 15 minutes ago, and
Oh
then
man.
Yeah.
and that's about it. So I go, so I mean, I hope that answers your question.
Oh
It
no, that definitely does.
absolutely does.
I think there's
Yep.
something to be said about, like if you listen to early like Coltrane, you definitely hear a lot of Bird in his playing,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh
it's like,
yeah,
oh, this is the Bird copy, like Charlie Parker,
yeah,
and so I think there's something to say about like that eventually it does take time to find your style. So like how
yeah.
long did it take you to find that like signature Bo Daddy hairstyle?
Mm, it really didn't take until I started doing R&B, and that was
Mm,
back in 2018. I used to take my music to the guys I've worked with. I worked at Enterprise Rental Car at Louisville Airport, so I let the older guys listen to the music because the new generation is well,
Yeah.
so I listen to because the old generation, they're more critical about the music,
yeah.
Right.
and they will tell you up front, oh, well, this, that. And I took it around a couple of them. They're like, man, this direction you need to go.
Yeah.
If you get in front of right crowd, whatever, you're gonna make $1 million every night, whatever, not really, but it's gonna
Yeah.
be like that, when like okay, and I just kept on doing that, and then just try to switch it up all the time. So
So those older people, that older generation you presented your music to in 2018, did that coincide with you just in general presenting your music to anybody? Like, did they encourage you when they heard your tracks? Did they say like, "Oh, Daddy, you've got this deep signature baritone voice that you've got to
yeah,
keep using to
yeah,
cover songs to create your own
they
material"?
yeah they would give me real constructive criticism, and they'd be like, you need to work on this, you need to work on that type thing, and but it's all there,
Yep.
so I mean, other than that, I just really listen to them. Then I'm like, all right, well, let me start putting everything online, whatever, do all that, because I didn't start this piece of music until 2017, in which that's a whole nother story itself. Getting into what company to use and everything like that. Uh, but yeah, I just, all right, well, let me go ahead and put this out into the world, whatever. And then, I mean, it pretty much like everybody else, you just try and get it heard, whatever. So it
Yeah.
just, it takes time, And back then, I was more of a rebel than I am now with everything. So now I just got everything on a level two instead of level 15 or something. So,
Hmm.
okay, well,
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry about that
Yeah.
jumble over there. Just my computer was about to die. I had to like replug it in for some
Oh,
reason.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
That
I didn't want to
way,
lose. I didn't want this to end like abruptly.
that what happened to me in Louisiana. I like, man, my computer fell asleep in the middle of my performance.
Oh no.
No.
Because
Was there
I, I
somebody running it for you, or did you have to like run over and fix it?
I I had to run it, but it was right in front of me. But I was in the zone, and next thing you know, Sam went out, and I looked at, I was like, oh man.
So when we visited Louisville, we went to this place called Hammerheads. It was real good.
I
Like a
ain't never
barbecue
been.
place.
I
You
ain't
never
never
been?
heard of it.
Oh man, we've
It's
we
kind of
really
like
liked it.
it's low key because it's kind of like in a neighborhood.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
okay.
like not like on like a main street or
Yeah.
something like
yeah, it
that.
was probably some of the best barbecue we've had in a
Oh my
while.
gosh, it
Yeah.
was so
Oh,
good.
really?
Have a general
Excellent barbecue.
consensus. Yeah.
But
that's-
we didn't get the Daddy approved like tour, so we were just kind of curious, what are some of your favorite spots, like lunch, breakfast, dinner, or like just places to hang?
Uh, well, I normally eat at the house now, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's totally
totally
fair.
valid.
so. But I mean, spots I ate out before would have been Smoky Bones.
Mm.
Uh, let's see, Texas Roadhouse, but they can be really hit and miss now. Um, and then for breakfast joint, I've heard good things about First Watch or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And I heard good reviews about that. But other than that, I don't really do any food spots around,
Yeah.
So I mean, other than Kroger's or
Yeah. Is that your preferred grocery
Myers.
store? Kroger's.
Uh, well, it's close, so I mean, it's convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that one.
Yeah. Well, since we're still talking about Louisville and places in Louisville, do you have a place you really like to come back to? Maybe perhaps some kind of inspiring place for you, meaningful place? Is there a favorite spot that you've got?
um, I would say that's kind of a tough one.
Okay.
Probably, probably for me would be my childhood home,
Mm.
and that's probably one of them. But for the most part, yeah, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well, they
fair.
ought to
Yeah.
make that like an historical site, like birthplace of Bo Daddy.
Yeah, yeah.
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 So,
So, Bo Daddy, you may have discussed this in previous episodes, so forgive me, but I was wondering, like, what does your songwriting process look like? Like when you get in the studio, or if you're just sitting down, like, do you write down your thoughts? Like, do you kind of improvise ideas? Like, how do you go about creating a new song?
it really depends. Now, the because I am working on a country project, but this week everything just on shutdown mode. All those songs are pretty much recorded. I just got re-record them because I recorded them last year. So
Mm.
I'm like, all right, let me. But around that time, I did half improv, half writing. So I mean, it all depends on the song. So that's like um, this damn heat. I already had the first verse in my head, and then I didn't come up with a chorus, whatever they call it nowadays. I didn't come up with it until I record it. So, and then I got it down. Well, okay, well, let's remember that. And I didn't have enough for the second verse, but the space for that was kind of short. So I just did something simple, and then it went into the chorus again, and and it all really depends on the song, because some songs, um, I would really write them down or use the phone, write it down, whatever. So I mean, it all depends on the song. So some songs I go in there, I don't like, all right, let's go ahead and wing it, and
Yeah.
on the spot. And then some songs I write them. So
Yeah.
and then eventually the song I didn't write down, I write them down like maybe about a year later or whatever. I'm like, oh Lord, I should have wrote this down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's awesome that you're using improvisation. I think, there's a lot
Yeah,
of people who play music their whole life and they can't improvise. So that's cool
yeah,
that you're, like you kind of just
Yeah.
jump right in with that and you're using a variety of techniques to make stuff. That's
I
right.
think we do see a lot of parallels with your music and like most of the jazz, like
Yeah,
jazz. Like, yeah, I do, at least with like the improv like portion of it. I do.
yeah.
Have you received any coaching or training in like the songwriting techniques or singing? Have you ever taken a single voice lesson? And I was also wondering, like, musically, when you come up with stuff, do you ever like analyze what you did there? Do you have like any analytical techniques you use or like theory that you apply to your music?
So on the voice lesson, I have voice lessons. I started in 2017, and then ramped it up in 2018, all the way to uh 2021. Then I got COVID, and then I just didn't return doing them until this year. And now, right now, after the last show I performed, I'm taking a break, whatever. So, but I already know because every time I go in, I record the thing on the phone. So I got my warm ups and everything like that. So,
I was
so I
curious, like, what's your normal, like, what do you do? Like, how do you prep for a show day?
show day, no gym, so that's outdoor. Um, just really try to eat clean, which I already eat clean already, but I try my best to really watch out when I'm doing, and highly caffeinated because you don't want to get up there. All right, everybody, and then fall asleep, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
and then I had recently I took start taking a bag of lemons because that helps your voice. So I do that, and that way the voice don't go out on the stage. Like, because I had an incident down there in Louisiana, but I wasn't really hydrated when I went down Louisiana because I took the plane and stressed out about where I was going and and sleeping in my own bed and all that. And so so my voice went out on one song, and then it bounced back, and then I think my voice kind of went out on the Derby show, I think. So can't really remember. But after that Louisiana show, I said, all right, I'm over here watching a podcast with Tim McGraw and Tracy Lawrence, whatever. And Tim McGraw said, yeah, I'll take a bag of lemons up on stage every time I perform. So that way the voice don't go out. And then sometimes I hit the band members or whatever. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
WWTMD, am I right? What would
yeah,
Tom McGraw do?
yeah.
You don't drink before like a show, right? You don't like take a
No,
shot.
no, no. I don't drink at all. So
Uh,
I just do start the day off after breakfast. I drink my carbonated caffeine drink. So that might be a rain or probably like a rain because all the other ones I would have to go to the gym and work out and do all that. But yeah, I just usually stick to water
yeah.
and get like a body armor, like closer stage time, whatever. Body armor hydration. So uh I usually go that route and that way I'd be hydrated and all that and have my lemons and all right, time to go. Oh, and then also I do my push-ups and everything. That way I don't get stiff on stage because I will get stiff. So just by waiting and I'm like, because I want them time, when I'm ready to perform, I'm ready to perform and I want to get up there right then and there, I don't like waiting around because then I end up, all right, everybody. Well, I guess I'm gonna stay on this couch and I'll be out there when I'll be out there. Y'all stay until 12.
Well, I kind of wanted to also take this conversation slightly in a different direction. Obviously, I guess we're kind of like younger people ourselves. But I kind of did like some math and I figured that you probably do have a memory of the day of 9/11. And I hope that like, I can ask about this, but I was wondering like uh what were you doing on the day of 9/11?
I was in the fifth grade, just getting school, and the janitors they had their TV on, and we were just sitting in the gym, ready to go to class, whatever. Like line up in the line, like sitting down, whatever, ready for a teacher pick us up, whatever. And they were playing it on the TV, whatever. I didn't know what it was until I got home, whatever, and it was like on every station. I'm like, I'm gonna watch Cartoon Network. What the hell is this? It's on every channel.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
And I really didn't know what it was until like a couple of years later, because it really, I was still,
You were a kid,
yeah, I was a kid.
Yeah.
So, but everybody around me was in tears and everything, and then I could have sworn I saw Osama bin Laden. They had him over in here in the country or something, give him blood or whatever. I that's what I saw. I don't know about everybody else. And then they were after this guy, Osama bin Laden, and everything like that. So I don't even know. I don't know what was going on. I'm like, well, ain't this guy who was in the country? I'm just gonna leave it right there.
I get it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and I guess it's like a two-part question because so like I recently listened to that previous episode with Cavell Road, and
Yeah.
we kind of actually all listened to this.
Yeah.
I briefly turned that part on because I was just genuinely wondering, like, next time you see Cavell Road, could you ask him about that secret
secret
lounge
room,
in the World Trade Center? Because like that's
Oh,
he tried looking it up and we couldn't find anything there. He just briefly mentioned that on the previous podcast. I just like was kind of
yeah. We don't mean to
wondering.
bring
oh
like
well, he goes deeper into that than I do. Because I didn't know anything about Building 7 and all that. He go in about I mean, he go in depth with all that. That's why I'm like, Ron, just watch out what you say on this podcast, because he used to be real. When we first started out, we years ago, we were doing lives on Facebook, whatever, and out of nowhere, he'd just be going in this deep conversation that had nothing to do what we were doing. So I had to remind him. I said, "Here's the deal, because I know how you are. I've been around you for too long. I know how. Well, ain't nobody gonna bring all that up." And and the whole episode, I'm like, please don't say anything.
Oh yeah, just
I don't know. I mean, I might if he comes out with like a truther podcast, I might tune in
Yeah.
to hear his opinions on that one for sure.
Well, I heard he's writing a book on
Oh,
something.
Whoa.
you'll have to plug it once he releases it. I'd like to know about that book.
I forgot what it's all about too. So
uh,
yeah,
well, ask him.
Yeah, we'll have to find out for sure.
So, Bo Daddy, I had a question about like your personal history with music. Like how long have you considered yourself to be a musician? Did you enjoy doing like music class when you were in school, or did it kind of was it kind of a thing that you developed an interest in as an adult, or was it kind of in between, like just or like how did that kind of start?
well, I used to do violin class at elementary school, but I wasn't really interested in the teacher because it was kind of stale or whatever. Like the whole feeling of it was stale. It was orchestra class or whatever. My parents still had my violin. It just need to be fixed up, whatever. Like the string thing, whatever. They say, well, it's horsehair on the little string. All right, whatever. Uh, that's what it was back then. I don't know what it is now.
Oh, it's still, I mean, there's
Oh yeah, they
synthetic
still
and
use horsehair,
but yeah,
Oh,
if you buy
really?
a really nice one, it's horsehair. If you get like the cheapo ones, it's just plastic or like synthetic
Yeah.
horsehair.
Uh, but I did that around that time, and I really wasn't interested in it. Now my sisters, they were in like choir and all that. You
Were you in
know,
choir? Actually, I meant to ask you. Have you ever sang in choir?
now only like school musicals or whatever, like
Oh, you know the
for
music.
graduation, whatever.
I see. I'll go on.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And but I be honest, I wasn't a real big fan of music, um, growing up at first, like, because around that time you had Backstreet Boys and all that, NSYNC, and I'm like, what the, I'm like, what's it? This music? Oh man, I don't like this. And then it wasn't until like I went to summer camp one year and we were all like little kids, whatever. Like this was like going into middle school and all that, or around that time, and and back then they used to play the regular music on the field trip buses for summer camp, whatever. We go to like the pool or whatever, and a certain pool in town. I don't know if it's still open, but we go different places, whatever, and they play Dr. Dre on there, and we were all like little kids and stuff, so they were playing Dr. Dre, Eve, and all that. I'm like, this is jamming, and they had Sugar Ray and all that, and um, And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then like that next year, they said, well, did new policy. We gotta listen to Radio Disney. I'm like, oh, what the hell? And then I just start listening to all that. And then middle school, I got listened to Lil Jon, Ying Yang Twins. That's when Get Low and all that stuff came out. And I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. And all that other music. That's pretty much my favorite timeline listen music, like where it stops, whatever, around that time period, everything after that, shit, like 2005 is, um, so, well, after 2005, I would say 2006, but, yeah, I just like listening to stuff, and then I got listening to like the bigger stuff, and it had like, all these horn section and all that. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, this, more my stuff. And then got into the Brooks and Dunn and stuff. Travis Tritt concert in 2005. And then from there, I just, well, after high school, I started listening music from Houston, Texas, and I just listened to all that stuff down there, and that's when I started singing along to all that stuff. Taught my, just self-taught singing, whatever, and I mean just playing around and stuff, and then I'm like, okay, and then later that year, I said, yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah, yeah. And then went from that point and just started writing. Well, I've been writing music before that, but I've really got into writing country music and writing raps and all this different stuff, writing for the ladies at the job and all that. And, I was like, all right, get this new one that just came into the door, just started his job today. I'm going right to her. Yeah. Man, that don't work out. I'll be on the next one, And then, so I just went from there. And then I didn't know anything about recording music until like maybe about like 2013. I didn't even know how it was done or anything like that until I started seeing stuff on Amazon and all that. Now I was doing like DJ stuff before, trying to learn how to do stuff like DJ Screw was doing. I don't know who he is. But I was slowing down the music. I think I got a CD around here somewhere where I slow down some music, whatever, and did all that, and went by the name DJ J Vaughn and all this crazy.
Nice.
Had all these DJ Pimp Daddy and
Daddy. So has the daddy always been a key like element of your like musical identity, or
well,
like, take on that moniker?
I didn't come up with a whole. So when I work this job, I don't work anymore. It was seasonal, whatever, and they would always go give everybody a nickname at the place, and oh well, that's so and so over there, but it won't be their actual name, so they always call me Bo or Bobo, whatever, and so I just all right, and that's right around the time I started doing comedy, but I didn't use that until maybe a year or two after that. Well, I think maybe about a year after that. Well, I didn't come up with the daddy part until 2014, whatever. So I was like, or maybe I think it was 2014. I'm probably going to have to look back. Um, but like I was like, I need to come up with a stage name.
Yeah.
Because everybody around me in the comedy scene, they really didn't have. They just had. Well, his name is Tim Sheen. Regular first, last name,
Yeah.
whatever. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, I'm gonna come up with a stage name, and especially to get the ladies. So I came, I was like, okay, what about Bo Daddy Harris? And I don't know how it came about, but that's what it was. And I just stuck with it since then. And everybody, wow, what the hell? But I was dealing with criticism around then. Well, who the hell is Bo Daddy Harris? Blah 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 blah. This one DJ in town, he was on Facebook, personal Facebook, whatever. Well, what? Who has a name like Bo Daddy? You know how people are.
Yeah.
And just like the modern day TikTokers right now, like, oh Lord. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just stuck with it since then. And I'm like, yeah, they will get me the ladies, even though it didn't.
Oh, you don't know that yet.
I know. I really hope
yeah.
one day you can settle down. You'll get like a Boette, Mommy Harris.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that.
But I'm like, that's gonna be a stage name and everything, and everybody was criticizing it and everything, and
Yeah.
and then that was the name I was going with, and they didn't want to announce it on stage. They would just say, "Oh well, Bo Harris." I'm like, for real? They
I would have
just
called him out
No
for
way.
that. I say, "Oh, you forgot
they
it's Bo Daddy Harris."
yeah they just frown upon that. They still do in some
Yeah.
kind of way. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't understand. And so I just that's how it came about. And I just stuck with it.
Nice.
And I'm like, well, you're gonna have to stand out. If you want to try to do something like what you want to do. And it's kind of like that in the music world. They in the country world, they still want to, well, we got so and so, well, we still frown upon uh alias, however you say, I can't even talk still, nicknames or whatever. We still don't like it. Oh well, here comes Jelly Roll, here comes this, here come that, and now and now it's like cool thing, whatever. But like I'm like,
That's
oh, okay.
I feel like Bo Daddy is so iconic that it's just something you got to stick with.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
great,
don't let them tell you to give
Yeah.
up your name, man.
great one.
Fuck the naysay. Sorry. Can we curse on this podcast?
Oh, you can.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah. And I hope they go to heck, man. I hope anybody that
We haven't got canceled yet, so
No, now's the time to say some controversial stuff.
Yeah.
Get my buddy Jared fired.
yeah.
Well, that's fascinating story. That's like so cool. When you were impersonating that one guy, who's like, "Who the hell is Bo Daddy Harris?" You kind of switched to for like a brief moment to your falsetto voice, and that just kind
Yeah.
of made me wonder, what's your vocal range? Have you ever checked that? Do you know like lowest?
Falsetto. I know for a low, like you probably heard the lowest I can go on the recent track with the first chorus where I say down to my feet because I'm like, oh damn, I sound like Trace Atkins right there. I said, okay, well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the highest?
highest is oh shit, I am done in a minute. Hey girl, what's your fantasy?
Oh wow, that's that's
Ooh.
like that's some falsetto there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
because
Yeah.
I always talk falsetto to my cat,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
so that's where that comes from.
I might. I'll have to bring my cat on if she gets in this room.
Yeah,
Got
Yeah,
a cat.
I got a cute cat for sure. I'll bring her in. I'll bring her around soon.
I got a strange cat outside. This neighbor's cat. It
Oh,
comes on. It comes over here, try to get treats, whatever, and then let me go lay back underneath the bushes, whatever.
yeah.
I remember you mentioning that cat on the first episode, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, you feed
yeah,
her like from time to time.
yeah. It's pretty much every day now. It goes from back from my backyard to I. It's really not the neighbor's name. It's like at the end of the street, whatever. So it goes all the way. I'm like, it really walks all that. Okay, whatever. So I mean, it really it just likes to hunt, you know. So that's like and hunts mice. I think it killed one squirrel in the backyard. I'm like, there's a
Damn.
dead squirrel back here. What the hell? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
you.
well, have you got any vacation plans this summer? Or actually, I
uh,
also wanted to ask you, like, Bodaddy, have you ever been outside of the US, like for vacation or just like for personal travel or like business?
no.
No? Yeah.
I don't have passport. I was trying to work on all that, and then I got back doing all them so I'm like, all right, let me take a break and
Yeah. Well, where would you
just
want to go if you had the passport?
Hmm.
number one place I would go is Italy. That'd be one, and then probably over Japan or something like that, and then other than that, that's probably the top two places.
Wow.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
I guess may I ask if there's any reason why, like why Italy and Japan?
well, I'm just fascinated with the history of Italy. Like from the ancient days of Rome and all that, and then the mafia and all that stuff, and Lucky Luciano, his upbringing and all that.
Oh yes.
So and then Japan, I would just say just listen to like the Buck Owens song "Made in Japan." That's
Yeah, I get you.
And what about this summer? Are you going anywhere this summer or just staying in Louisville?
I'm staying in town.
Yeah.
I'm just staying in town, and because anywhere you go, it's gonna be in the '90s.
And
Yeah, cool.
In the '90s, I'm like, yeah, well, you go places with the dry heat, but it's this humidity. Oh Lord, you go outside, you're like, I don't want to do anything.
yeah. I mean,
For
now's
sure.
the I was curious. I mean, like, because we have, damn this rain, this damn heat. Maybe like snow this damn coming this like winter, or like
Probably
something.
so.
Yeah, some like snow song. I feel like would be really appropriate. Or I know
Oh,
there's
it,
a Mel
it,
Torme, or was it whoever did the Christmas song? They wrote that in like the dead of like the middle of summer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that one just had to happen because I was like, man, it's getting too, and I thought it was gonna be appropriate, whatever.
It's fantastic. It's
No,
like
it was like
Um,
just what we needed.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you go outside right now and try to cut the grass. Woo!
Yeah.
Dangerous.
yeah.
Yeah, you'll die of heat stroke. Cut the grass right now.
Oh yeah, well, or going to the gym that usually have
Yeah.
AC, but their AC is out this week, so you're like,
Dang.
oh Lord.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do they like shut the gym down for that, or is it just like you gotta tough through it?
You got tough through it.
Dang.
Just gotta bring an
Then
extra
you
tough.
talk. Then you talk to the maintenance guy, who's a cool guy. Like, well, the AC technically been broken for years, but this first time they actually care about.
Oh, that's rich.
Wow.
That's funny.
Do you listen to any music when you work out, Bo Daddy?
Usually I do, yeah. Now and then I didn't really listen to anything 'cause I was like, I was trying to hurry up, get out of there. So
Yeah.
I'm like, let me try to get out of here. And but usually I listen to like an Apple self-made playlist, whatever. And so let's see. Made for you. So it'd be something like that.
Oh yeah.
So I click on one of them.
Oh yeah, just kind of like Spotify.
So
Nice.
it would look like something like that.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Wow.
And then I'll turn something else on if I get tired of listening to that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll listen to R&B or whatever, like Charlie Wilson,
Yeah.
and now I turn on like some rock, whatever. It all depends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you go to any concerts yourself, Bo Daddy? Like for maybe like a favorite R&B artist or favorite country artist or really any artist? Just curious if you attend live concerts regularly or
No, not really, because I don't like going out in large crowds.
yeah.
I won't say I'm anti-social, but I just, you know, just all the years with shootings and everything like that. I'm like, not for me. I would love to go to one, but it just, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of stuck in my own ways. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm on a strict food schedule. If I
Yeah.
get out there about 11 o'clock, it's going to be a late night. And
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you look at those, for instance, like Michael Jackson crowds, like there's just so many people and it really looks dangerous on those videos. Like, and I feel like these videos are in some ways even historic, just like how many people you can gather and just like on a
yeah,
stadium and like,
yeah.
yeah. And I was also curious, like, do you have any thoughts on Michael Jackson's music? Do you like his creative output?
I
Have you covered any Michael Jackson songs?
I covered, I think, a couple last year. It was Thriller. I covered them.
I remember that one,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think it was another one. Can't remember, but I like Michael's older stuff,
Yeah.
like what Michael
Like
Clark Duncan said. I like Lil Michael.
yeah.
uh,
Those Jackson.
uh,
Jackson 5 is a great
that
movie.
wasn't Michael Clark Duncan. That was somebody else
Yeah.
from the longest yard. Uh, but I like little Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of
But
good.
I like I might get a lot of heat for this, but I like the music of R. Kelly, but I don't like, you know what I mean,
You
what the
gotta
guy
separate
actual
that.
did behind closed door, whatever, you know. I like
Gotcha.
his music, but the
Yeah.
other stuff, you know, uh, that's like Diddy and all that. I'm like, I mean, it was all right, but I not mess with all that other stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know,
That applies definitely to more than a few artists. I mean, even Michael Jackson included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
A lot of controversy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Great.
Lot of controversy creates chaos. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
creates that money.
Yeah.
Well, you have any shows coming up soon?
Well, I'm trying to put one together here in town, September, but they're not biting yet. So I'm just gonna start doing that because I want to try to get this album done. And
Yeah.
right now, it's just too hot to go anywhere, and then whole world gone to crazy, and
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
so I'm just working on it, and then by like September, get back out there, do like a short run, like probably until like end of October, and then shut down for the winter time,
Yeah.
I feel
and
that.
then
You think
go from there.
there will be any maybe shows at the Whirling Tiger in the future? Because my
Well,
understanding is that that venue is like close to your heart. If I'm understanding it correctly, it's like the first venue you've ever had booked for your show.
well, the so the one back in January, that was the first one I did there, and it was a lot of people there, and made a lot of money too, just from having people there. Not because I don't think I sold any merch there, but just from ticket sales and general admission. Oh, it was over $1,000, and then I had split that with a Cavill, and it was pretty good overall, and then had a next one there which y'all were at,
Yeah.
and
Best show of
did
my life.
did all right, whatever, and then Louisiana, that one, people really didn't start showing up till middle mile set, so I
Nice.
was already in the zone. So
Yeah.
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 it's like I tell everybody, I'm performing in front of 1,000 people before I'm performing in front of the peanut gallery before zero
Oh,
people. So I mean, it don't really. I mean, coming from the comedy world, they always say you need to have asses in seats. All right, well, and then that's mentality. You gotta go. All right, well, what are you gonna do to bring people out, whatever? And a lot of people they don't like coming out until maybe about 20, 15 minutes before the show,
Yeah.
especially around here. Cincinnati, I think they showed up 20 minutes before. So, and then Louisiana, people were already there, but most of the crowd didn't show up towards the middle and the end, and
Yeah.
it would it with that, I had a good time, besides voice going out on one song, but I bounced back from that, the computer going out. But other than that, I had a good time. Then I was I'm always starving after I perform, so because I got rehydrate and gotta eat whatever. But yeah, so I'm trying to get the Whirling Tiger again for September,
Mhm.
but they ain't biting yet because they had a lot of increase of traffic over there and people want to perform. So,
Yeah.
and trying to get somebody else to be the opener or whatever.
Yeah.
And see how that works and go with that. So
Nice. Yeah. That's a great venue. Yeah. And the bartenders were great. Special shout out to Sydney. Actually, we kind of showed up a bit earlier, like maybe
yeah,
an hour and a half before your show. We're kind of like walking around Louisville, exploring it, just seeing what's going on. It was the
yeah,
Derby day, obviously, so like
Pretty dead with the
stuff,
Derby.
yeah, stuff was like
yeah.
closed, things were closed, but
It's probably way busier.
yeah. We stopped by like the bar and we kind of talked to the bartender a bit and we asked Sydney if she knew who you were and she actually didn't, but we did introduce her to your music. So yeah, we're spreading the word,
We
doing
try
our
to spread
part.
the good word. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Should we go?
Hello. You know so and so.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We go door to door.
Yeah. Um
Yeah, we
we
did. We had like some lightning round questions. We're just
Yeah,
like real quick off the cuff, just like a few words or less, I guess, for the answer.
Yeah, we really are hoping to get a short answer for each question. I think we'll just kind of take turns, I
Yeah.
think, asking if you don't mind, Bodaddy.
all right.
So what would you prefer better, whiskey plus Coke or gin and tonic?
Who?
Whiskey and Coke or gin and tonic? What's your drink of preference?
I would leave the Coke out, but I'll take the whiskey.
All right.
Yeah, man. I get you.
I don't need that high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
not
that.
super good for you.
Yeah.
Family Guy or Simpsons?
Ooh. Well, I would say Family Guy because I didn't really get into Simpsons till late, but I pretty much grew up on Family Guy. Really watched that a whole lot,
Yeah.
Okay.
Good enough.
and then quit watching it after a certain period of time.
I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Beard or mustache?
Oh, I'll take a beer.
Okay.
Nice. Well, how about say you have a choice between Sabrina Carpenter or Dua Lipa? Who would you
Oh
favor
shit!
more?
Gonna have to flip a coin
I
on
know it's
that.
a tough one.
Can I have both?
That's the choice for sure. Yeah.
Well, I'll just leave it at that.
All right. Toby Keith or Keith Urban?
Toby Keys.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Lafayette or Cincinnati?
I'll take Lafayette because I'm more of a Southern guy. That's what the people at the airport talk. You belong down here. You don't belong up there in Kentucky. You belong down here because you sound like us.
Feel that.
Yeah. Well, this kind of is just I'm not sure if you really go like to fast food places a lot since you mentioned you cook at home, but McDonald's or Taco Bell?
Uh, I plead fifth.
Well, the Beatles or the Beach Boys?
Uh, let's see. Well, I like one of the Beach Boys song, which know from the Muppets, which is Aruba, Jamaica, whatever.
Uh,
But I'm more familiar with the Beatles, really. So I'm probably going to have to go with the Beatles.
I
Wow.
think you'll have to listen to the Beach Boys song "Root Beer." That one would be
Root beer.
perfect for your voice. It's like, give me some root beer, chug a lug, chug a lug. It's a good song. I think you'll like. It's one of their first songs.
That's awesome. Independence Day or New Year's Eve?
Independence Day.
Yeah, that's coming up. It's coming up.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. It's
You got any
coming up.
plans for Independence Day?
No, not really.
Then why is it your favorite?
Well, it's more relaxed than New Year's because New Year's, you got all the ladies out there, all the fellas out there trying to get drunk and crazy. I mean, they do that on Independence Day too, but it's on a lower level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But New Year's is like everybody's freak comes out and then they're trying to do whatever. And then I just stay home,
Yeah.
I feel that. Class
and
of
some,
life.
and sometimes, most of the time, I fall asleep before the ball even drops.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. I feel that.
It's January 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the fast questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for letting us be on
Oh,
your podcast.
you're welcome.
Yeah,
You're
it's an
welcome.
absolute pleasure talking to you, and
Yeah.
very fun to see you again.
Yeah,
It's been an honor.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Anything else? Y'all want to?
No.
I
Floor
don't
is
know. Did
yours.
you have any questions for us? But if not, then we're cool.
Yeah.
Just call it
So,
there.
so how was the drive all the way to Louisville and back for y'all?
We put on some good music. We also listened
Yeah.
to there's a wonderful podcast. I listened to the Office Hours podcast, but they suggest this one called This is Branchburg. This is Branchburg is like a really well acted podcast. They're like 15-minute episodes, really funny. Just like you don't really need to like they really paint an image with sound, and like it's probably one of my favorite like road trip podcast.
Pretty funny
Yeah.
and surreal.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, the drive, I was actually the one doing the driving. It
oh
definitely,
boy.
I mean, it's a long ride. And actually, unfortunately, on the way back, it was like storming pretty
Oh,
badly.
yeah.
But other
Oh,
than
was it?
that, it was actually kind of a fun road trip, and I've never been to Kentucky. I don't think either of us
I think
really.
we're definitely going back to Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we had a
So,
blast.
how long is the drive? 4 hours?
4 hours. You
Yeah,
gotta come
it's
down
about
here.
4.
Okay. Because I thought it was further than that. I thought it was like 6.
No, it's only 4. It's pretty quick.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Just a lot of highway driving,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
pretty. It's really pretty on the way over to Louisville for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were thinking about going camping there sometime, maybe.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite camping spot?
Uh, it's probably one. It's Jefferson Memorial Forest.
Huh.
So it's on the outskirts of Louisville. But I mean, Mammoth Cave, they got some camping grounds down there. And then there's a couple of other places, but I can't Otter Creek, but that really ain't got nothing really there.
What about
It's
like
kind of
Red River Gorge?
yeah, that's another one. But we got I think the further you go, they got rattlesnakes or timber rattles down there, whatever. So
Yeah,
gotta watch out for that. So
yeah, definitely got to watch out for this. Just don't be lifting up any rocks.
yeah.
Yeah.
We had a lot of back when I lived in California. We had a lot of rattlesnakes. I remember walking home from school and I saw one at least like I'd say like 4 to 6 feet long. Just like we would climb up in the gutters sometimes, like those like not gutters, drain storm drains.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were just like walking along and there's like one slithered along and I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I'm not really scared of snakes, but seeing one that big is always a little bit
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah. It's like, yeah. You stay over there.
Yeah, we just like we're like, we're sure it's just like it's gone. But I
I
feel like it's
I
more scared of us than we're scared of it, you know.
Mhm.
I remember I stepped on one snake at my birthday party.
Fuck.
Oh, what happened?
Like nothing,
Oh.
but it was just sitting out there in the sun, you know.
So it didn't bite you or anything?
No,
Oh.
Oh.
It just said, hey, don't do that, and just
I think it slid her away, whatever.
it just literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Wow.
That's
Well,
funny.
snake usually won't bite you unless it feels cornered, I think.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
We definitely should bring some live snakes on.
That would be crazy.
Oh man.
yeah, we'll be.
Yeah. But we were really excited to see if if you ever get to perform in the Whirling Tiger again. We'd absolutely love to come again. And yeah, really anywhere in Kentucky, or honestly it would be great to have you in St. Louis too. That
Still
would be
trying to
Yeah.
find people, but yeah, like definitely like we just gotta find a venue to host you, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember I was supposed to do a show back there in a couple years ago, but got into a car wreck, so I had to cancel. It was at the sinkhole,
Mm.
Oh yeah.
so and then we were gonna try reschedule, and I ain't never heard back from 'em, so I said, oh well.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. Well,
Yeah, sorry to hear that for sure. I'm glad
Yeah.
you're okay from the car wreck though.
Yeah. Yeah. So the guy in this wreck can't make it.
Damn this wreck.
And that was I think maybe about 3 days out. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean it is what it is.
Wow.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, man.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, fellas, I appreciate y'all coming on this podcast and probably have y'all on again.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
That'd be great.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'll be 100% next time instead of 60.
That's all good. You should
Likewise.
recover and
Yeah, man, get a lot of rest,
Yeah.
It sucks getting sick like that. I know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it sure is. So
Yeah, we hope you feel better, man.
yeah.
yeah. I mean I got NyQuil and the elderberry and
Yeah.
honey and all that. I'm probably try to get the garlic
Yeah,
tomorrow.
try to add some garlic. Adds the it's like anti-inflammatory, definitely
Mhm.
helps with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister told me to take an IV. I said, I ain't taking that. When taking NyQuil.
It's bad for your liver anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stomach too, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. So I'll say I do NyQuil. That way I ain't coughing and all that. It's the NyQuil Vape Cool, whatever they call it. It's new
Yeah.
one, and it works right away. So
Oh, that's good as long as it's working for you.
yeah, so clears up the nasal congestion like right away, and like when you drink it, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely rest
Did,
up. The rest is important too.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
for your
Well, you already know, I mean,
awesome, man.
so all right, fellas.
Yeah, well,
Awesome.
See you next time.
Yeah, see
Yep,
you
catch
next
you
again.
week.
later, Bro Daddy. It's
Yeah.
been real.
Yeah, it's
All
real.
right. Take
Take
care.
care.
Have a good one.
Yep.
All
Thank you.
right. You too.